folks like you own my life.
That struck my attention, and for me gives a very realistic picture of what goes on in most places. You can see a wheelchair, you can see some steps, and you can see the ballot box that is on top of the steps. And unfortunately, this is quite a very common situation we are facing.
As a rose over here, I look to the left, I look to the right.
The exhibition of paintings made by persons with disabilities tagged Vital Voices for Democracy is supported by the Democratic Governance for Development Project, DGD. DGD is a joint donor-funded project, and it's funded by the European Union, the UK Aid, the Canadian International Development Agency, and UNDP. UNDP has a strategic support to ensure inclusivity and participation of all citizens in political and democratic processes in Nigeria. And this exhibition that we are supporting is part of our support to persons with disabilities to make sure that their rights are emphasized during elections. But beyond that, we are actually working towards their inclusion and participation in all development processes. My name is Kabura Zakama. I'm the civil society expert on the Democratic Governance for Development Project in UNDP. Thank you.
I observed the 2003 general elections and the 2011 general election under Alliance for Credible Elections. And my experience is that there is no adequate provision made for people with disability to participate in the electoral process. Voting centers are inaccessible, communication materials are not made available for people that are visually impaired, and there is no communication sign language assistance for people that are hearing impaired. And there is no definite policy document from INEC, which is the electoral umpire on participation of people with disability in the electoral process. So this exhibition is a way of painting experiences from our people that are professional artists from across Nigeria to come and use paint to communicate, the issues and concerns of persons with disability in the electoral process. Most of the paintings you see are experiences people had over the years in the elections. My name is Donald Runanka.
Kind of area I may be forgotten totally, not Nigeria. So definitely I'm appealing for government to do something about the PWD in Niger Delta and the whole Nigerians for it.
This work here is showing us what a blind woman faced during the election time. Okay, here, this blind woman here, she's trying to verify her name because they asked everybody to go back to the polling unit and check their names. So it was so difficult for her. She went to this place, her name was not there. She had to move back to here. She was just going around, nobody to help.
This was your personal experience?
Yes, because I went to election myself. So I was sitting down there and I captured what a blind neighborhood woman of me was doing by then. That is where I captured this experience. At the last election time, things were so hard because there were no movement. So for a person like me, I work with clutches. It was so difficult for me to trek to the polling unit, but I managed to reach there. So when I got there, and I discovered the place was on a hill, so I couldn't make it. So I tried to paint something like that. Is there? Yes, a woman with clutches, but the polling unit was on the hill there. So I think government should make things easier for people like we.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I will start by profusely apologizing for coming at the end of the event, almost at the end of the event. It was not my intention. I was very interested to see you people